Hello, my name is Liam, but frankly, my name doesn't matter. You're here for one thing and one thing only. You're here for a solution to low conversion rates, confused customers, and unpersonalized shopping experiences. The beauty of this solution is that the more complex the buying process in the industry, the more valuable this solution becomes. It's incredibly easy to implement and can be adjusted to any industry. It can also handle frequent customer service inquiries and capture support tickets seamlessly. In this demo, I've based the assistant around laptops and MacBooks for a second-hand reselling site called Back Market. Here, the focus is on educating customers about various laptop specifications and helping them find the perfect MacBook specific to their needs. I like to say that confused visitors leave as confused visitors, not as customers. In physical stores, you have a retail assistant to help guide and educate you through the buying process. Online, you don't have that luxury. What I've developed is a virtual shopping assistant that answers users' questions and guides them to the right product based on their specific needs and preferences. This means that if someone visits your store with questions or feels unsure, they can leave fully informed, educated, and confident they've made the best choice for their unique situation. This leads to higher conversion rates, greater customer satisfaction, and turns visitors into repeat customers. Come with me and we'll dive into the demo. You're still here. Excellent. I'm glad you've made it this far. So, I really think integrated assistants in e-commerce sites are part of the future. I mean, it's not applicable to every store because they don't all have complex decisions to be made, things to be considered, and frankly, sometimes people want retail therapy, and that's okay. We're not exactly going after that market. We're going after a market where there's usually a high ticket price and there is some considerations to be made about different aspects of the buying journey. So what I'm going to do in this demo is just show the two main features, and I'll be focusing on the product recommendation side instead of the ticket submission and the frequently asked questions side of this solution because they're pretty self-explanatory. Here I've built in a database of some of the MacBooks on the website, and it will then recommend those MacBooks with a link attached depending on what we need. So first of all, we're going to ask some questions about CPUs, RAMs, and to throw a curveball in the mix, GPUs. So let's get started. Can you explain to me the difference between the Intel series chips and the M series chips? What MacBook should I buy? So here we've triggered with the should I buy question, then the assistant asking us specific questions, the general questions I've outlaid. So we're going to redo that and just ask specifically about the CPUs. I just want to a bit more about the CPUs first. There we go. Gives us a brief explanation about Intel chips and the M series chips. And the summary is, if you need robust performance with high efficiency, battery life, the M series chip is likely the better choice. And that is the general consensus now, that the M series are better than the Intel chips. If you require specific software compatibility that may currently be optimized for Intel, boom, there is your use case for the Intel chips. So we'll just go to RAM. Can you explain what the different amounts of RAM are optimal for? then it gives us a small education piece of who should buy what type. So 8 gigs basic use, 16 gigabyte moderate use, 32 heavy professional use, 64 gigs extreme multitasking and resource intensive applications. I noticed when going over the last recording and editing of the video that I hadn't done the GPU section of asking the agent to explain GPUs in the context of Mac, so that's what I'm just going to do here. Can I choose the GPU spec I want in my Mac? Then it'll tell us about integrated GPUs and Macs and how that works. When selecting a MacBook, you typically cannot choose a specific GPU model like you might with a custom built PC. Instead, GPU comes integrated, yada yada yada. And then we'll just ask them to explain what term is used to give us a metric of how good the GPU is in the specific model. Then it should give us the answer of X amount of cores, GPU, and yeah. There we go. Core count, GPU architecture, benchmark scores, and then that just gives us a brief explanation as to how to gauge how powerful a specific GPU is. And core count is the main thing that is useful here, but then also goes into benchmark scores, VRAM, and some more context on GPUs. That's all. Thank you for the education. Can you recommend a MacBook for me? I'm a college student with a limited budget. Then it should ask us more clarifying questions just to better understand our needs. And there we have it. What will you be primarily using the MacBook for? So that would be what courses, specific budget, amount, obviously. Are you open to purchasing a refurbished model? Do you have a preference? So we can say I'm studying English, so I will be mainly working with different documents at the same time and browsing the web. I want to keep my spend under, let's say 500. That's a reasonable amount for a refurbished laptop. Yes, I'm and we say 13 inch. 13 inch is fine. A 14 inch would be nice. Nice. Give me 3 recommendations. There you have, we have models that are 13 inches and 2019 Intel And then we can also specify here, it's given us basically the cheapest. They are 2019 models. Let's see if we can get something newer, because we want to recommend something that is as new as possible and that will last the user as long as possible. Those are good, but seeing as you said M chips are the way to go, can you recommend, give me there you have it. So I had mainly fed the database MacBooks that were Intel cores and that were cheaper in this example. So it has given us the only one that we have, and then I've also provided a link to access that, and I just use an example domain. So that is the use case of a student. Now we will do a bit more complex, or a more wider budget, less restricted in budget terms. We're going to go for someone that is a software developer that has needs for a better chip, more RAM, and bigger SSD. Then again, it should ask us 3 to 4 questions about our specific needs, and then give us a personalized recommendation. So what specific programming language or development tools do you run multiple applications or virtual machines simultaneously? What is your budget for the MacBook? Are there any preferred specifications like screen size or RAM that you have in mind? We go for the first. I use Python and JavaScript and do some work with virtual machines and train AI models in the cloud. My budget is fairly unrestricted, but don't want to spend more than 3 grand on And seeing as I am a software developer in this example, I know exactly what specs I'm looking for. There we have M1 Pro and all of them, M2 Pro and the third one, and we have it just under 3 grand, very close to 3 grand, and then just slightly above, and it notes that as well, all with product links and then a explanation as to why it has recommended these products. So I hope this demo has been convincing and you can see the value that this can provide in certain applications. As I said, not in all applications, but it definitely has a ton of value, and I hope that you can see it and we can work together. Thank you.